And so, I remember one of them just listening to me, and at the end, he just looked at me and he said, "It wasn't your fault." And so there's
Oh,
nothing. I think that for me, when I got out of the army, I went through a pretty rough time for about 3 years because I had transitioned out of the military, went to what I thought was going to be my forever job, moved back to my hometown. My wife and I were sweethearts, got the great house, had the job, lived with the family, and everybody was happy except for me. And I couldn't figure out, like, why can I not just be happy? Why is there something inside of me that feels like this isn't enough or it's not fulfilling enough? And so part of that certainly was dealing, for the first time having the time to deal with what happened in Afghanistan. But at the same point, what you don't realize when you leave the military is that you're cutting yourself off from the only community of people who have that shared experience, who understand what you went through and could kind of talk into it. And so for me, that closure, I guess, didn't happen until much later when I left that job and went to the FBI, and then actually went to another job for a small company that was founded by veterans, and many of the veterans in that company had stories similar to mine. And so, I remember one of them just listening to me, and at the end, he just looked at me and he said, "It wasn't your fault." And so there's
oh,
nothing.
words mean something different when they're coming from a person who feels somewhat of something of what you feel.
100%.